Chris Stratton has had a roller coaster season. The former first-round pick started off on a hot streak and looked like he was here to stay. Then he fell on some tough times and was sent down to the minors. But over the last month, he's bounced back, and tonight he gets another shot to prove himself. It's the Giants and the Padres, and it's all coming up next. We've got another night of baseball here at AT&T Park. It's a cool night, and it's game 2 of this 3-game series. It's the Padres and Giants. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants get shut out last night, so first and foremost, they need to score some runs, and they need to score some runs for a guy who's turned things around, and that's Chris Stratton.
Well, Chris Stratton has indeed turned things around. Look, he comes into tonight's ball game. He leads the team in wins, complete games, shutouts. I know it's one, but still, he leads them. And not only that, but the last 6 starts, he's been fantastic. This will be his last start of the year. You know he wants to go out with a good start, so that'll be at stake as he takes the ball tonight for Bruce Bochy.
All right, Giants need a win badly. All right, that should do it from here. Stay tuned as we'll take you to Willie Mays Plaza. That's where the fellas are for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. And by SoFi, a modern finance company.
Oh, you got to get your shopping in. The season's coming to an end. 5 games left tonight. The Giants kicking off game 2 of this 3-game series with the San Diego Padres. Welcome back to our broadcast, everybody. I'm Amy Gutierrez. All season long, we have been looking for the best moment in Giants baseball. Over the past 60 years that the team has been in the Bay Area. Tonight, our final matchup. Here it comes. Are you ready? Is it going to be the Giants 2010 winning their first World Series championship since the team moved west in 1958? Dwayne Kuiper has that call.
Right-hander for the Giants throws. Swing and a miss! And that's it! The Giants, for the first time in 52 years, the Giants are world champions as they come pouring out of the dugout. Circling Brian Wilson, the bullpen, flying in from left center field. Giants fans, this party is just getting started.
All right, that's going up against 2014 Mad Bum coming out of that pin to close out the Giants' 3rd championship in 5 years. John Miller has that call.
He's ready. He throws. Swing and a pop-up. Side the ball down the line in foul ground. He's got plenty of room, and he's got it. And the Giants have won. They have won the World Series for the 3rd time in 5 years. And Madison Bumgarner has firmly etched his name on the all-time World Series record books as one of the greatest World Series pitchers the game has ever seen.
Good luck. Those are both amazing. Now, you can vote on this matchup until Friday night at 9:30. Here is how. Go to NBCSportsBayArea.com, or you can vote on Twitter at NBCS Giants. Again, voting 30. It's going to be fun to see what you choose. Chris Stratton on the hill for your Giants tonight. Kruk, Kipe, John Miller, Dave Fleming's on assignment. Lineups, first pitch. All coming your way.
Look at our game time weather. It's presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. It's another chilly night, 56 degrees. You see the winds and humidity, and it is cool. San Francisco is a cool town. Here's a starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It's the Padres. It's Galvis, Myers, and Reyes. Eric Hosmer is going to be the cleanup hitter. Hitting fifth will be Hunter Renfroe, and he's got some power, followed by Hedges, Jankowski, and Javi Gura. And then pitching and batting ninth will be Robbie Erland.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the 28-year-old right-hander, Chris Stratton, 6'2", 211-pounder, making his 26th start of the year. He leads the team in wins with 10, 4.88 ERA. And when he's right, you're going to see a fastball that's low 90s, and he'll have great command with on both sides of the plate. He will go up and down on all the corners of the strike zone. Curveball, slider, and a changeup, and he'll throw all of those equally, and he'll throw them all in 3-2 counts. Lifetime against the Padres, 2-3 with a 4.70 ERA.
And here's Freddie Galvis, who takes a pitch outside. So we can start it on time. Galvis hitting .241. Takes a strike. Went 1 for 4 in the game last night. By the way, that home plate umpires Nick Marley, Addington, Hudson, and Wolcott from first to third. And the next fastball is high to make it 2 balls and 1 strike.
Marley, a low ball umpire. He likes the knee-high corners or knee-high location. He will give a little bit of width on both sides of the plate. That scouting report for the umpires came courtesy of Doug Greenwald, who stopped in to say hello today.
Doug. Foul back, kind of the Shell's answer man, Doug Greenwald.
He could do it. Right now, we're going to take a look at the Giants defensively, starting their outfield from left to right. It'll be Slater, Hernandez, and Pence. Good arms across the board. Crawford, Longoria on the left side. Avellino and Garcia, the rooks, on the right side. And Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So we get it to 3-2. Myers, Reyes, and the 3-2. And that 3-2 pitch, not even close. So Galvis takes the walk.
All right, right now, take a look at our Nissan keys to the game. We're going to crank up the offense. Giants have been struggling the month of September in 21 games, just hitting .217. And in the last 5 games, have been scoring less than 3 runs a game. And the second key, Avellino, get your first big league knock. It's his second big league start. He's 0 for 3 right now. He needs a hit. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
Here's Myers. Myers takes a strike. He had a couple of hits in the Padres' 5-0 win last night. He does have a lifetime home run against Stratton. He's 3 for 9. That's his history against this Giants starting pitcher, in a snap throw from Stratton. Galvis has got 6 steals, but he's also been thrown out 6 times. Galvis with a good lead. Looks like he wants to go. He does not. And there's a pitch down low to even the count at a ball and a strike.
Stratton's pretty quick out of the stretch. He will give Nick Hundley a chance to throw out Galvis if he decides to try and steal.
Stratton picks up the sign from Hundley. And a swing. You're going to miss 1 and 2. Padres are 34 and 45 on the road. They're 25 and 46 against the West. 2-2. On the ground to Crawford. Crawford to Avellino. To Garcia. Double play.
All right, time now for our BioFreeze moment, powered by BioFreeze. Cool the pain. April 12th against the Padres, Chris Stratton had one hitter through 7 innings of shutout baseball. He had 4 strikeouts. The only hit Stratton gave up was a pinch hit single by Clayton Richard with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. The Giants would win that game 7-0, and Stratton would pick up his first win of the season. That's our BioFreeze moment.
Here's Franmil Reyes, the big right fielder. One thing he did yesterday, and well, he did it in San Diego too, is showed us that he's got the ability to hit the ball the other way.
Exciting young player, and he's huge.
And he hits the ball the other way, and that pitch was inside.
If you have that ability as a tall hitter, you got a chance. And he is more than tall. He's about 6'6", 290 is what we've heard today. They listed him as 6'5". In the media guy with the Padres. In the San Diego Union, when we were in San Diego, they said he was 6'7", but Padres people say he's about 6'6", but he's about 290 and moves well.
Hosmer hitting at .250, 17 home runs, 65 driven in, and he looks at a strike. He's 1 for 7 against Stratton lifetime, and in the game last night Hosmer went 1 for 5. He got a base hit in his last at bat. Here he shoots one foul into the club level as it squirts around in the club level.
Now let's take a look at how he hits them. That's our StatCast AI powered by AWS. Likes the middle of the field, gap to gap guy.
Pitch is high. It's 1-2.
So we talked about Avellino, the rookie who's at second base tonight, second start in his career. He's a natural shortstop. Started as a shortstop, his first big league start in Milwaukee.
Two and two.
So the first play he gets is turn of the pivot as a second baseman. Yeah. Is that going to relax him?
Well, it is, because Myers really wasn't running, so you can take your time. Two and two. And he got him swinging, and that'll end the inning on a fastball below the knees. Hence to lead things off. Airlines, it'll be Penn Slater and Longoria. Brandon Crawford's got good numbers against Erlin. Then it's Hundley, Garcia, and Gorkis Hernandez. Avellino's going to hit 8th, and Stratton will hit 9th. We're going to listen to Hunter Pence in his introduction. Wait for Rennell to
Your San Francisco
ready to do
Giants
that.
right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Pence hitting .224. He led off in the game last night. He ended up getting a couple of hits. He was 2 for 4. Here he takes a strike. Then it's Slater and then Longoria. And the next pitch runs inside to even the count at a ball and a strike. Sharply on the ground and underneath the glove of Guerra, and Pence is aboard. That had a little something behind it. What is it? 109 miles per hour.
The hill tonight for the Padres will be Robbie Erlin. Erlin is a 27-year-old left-hander. He's in his 4th year at the big league level. Product out of Scotts Valley High School from Santa Cruz, and this is what you're going to see from him, a fastball that can run up there right around 90 with sink and cut. He's got a good curveball changeup slider combination. He's a finesse guy.
Slater at 254 takes a strike. He has not had an at-bat against Robbie Erlin. Comes back with the same pitch and the same call, and just like that, Slater's behind in the count, 0-2.
That's a good curveball. Erlin's last start was against the Giants in San Diego. He was the winning pitcher in that game. Went 5 innings, allowed 3 runs, struck out 3. Missed all of last year with Tommy John surgery.
And this is a pop-up to Galvis, who's playing at second, and Slater's retired.
Let's take a look at that Padre defense playing behind Robbie Erlin, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Renfroe, Jankowski, and Reyes. Really great arms on the corners and left and in right. Guerra and Myers on the left side. Galvis and Hosmer on the right side. Austin Hedges, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Longoria at 245 with 16 home runs, 53 runs batted in. 1 for 4 for Longoria in the game last night as he takes the pitch high. He's got an 0 for 5 lifetime against Robbie Erlin. That surprises me. And he lines this one down the left field line. And Hunter Pence is on the move. Hunter Pence flying around third. Giants take a 1-0 lead. He can still run, old Hunter Pence.
Yes, he can. If you can score from first on a double with less than 2 outs, you've got great speed. That's the time where Evan Longoria just hits it completely away from the Padres defense. They had Hunter Renfroe, the left fielder, over there protecting the left center field gap. They gave him the line. And let's watch Hunter Pence with those long strides, long stroking. Mortis says, come on in. You don't even have to slide.
So here's Crawford. Crawford's the one Giant that has ownage on Erlin. 6 for 10. And he takes outside for a ball, 1-0. On the ground to Hosmer, and Hosmer will make the play, and Longoria goes to third. You may have noticed that our pitch cast strike zone is on the blink right now. that is suffering from the flu, and we're trying to get some medication. And once you get used to it, you kind of miss it. Here's Hundley.
There it is.
See, just a little medication, we're good. Hundley takes a strike.
A little chicken noodle soup.
Works every time. Hundley takes low. A nice block by Hedges. Hundley's 3 for 7 against Erlin with a double. Giants got shut out last night, and here in this ball game they score in the first inning. And now they're looking for a crooked number. 1 and 2. Pull the string.
That's one thing he does. I mean, he's got a nice touch with his curveball and his changeup. He can vary the speeds. He's a finesse guy. I mean, and those are the type of guys that can back speed off of all their specialty pitches.
And they're going to say Hundley went around to end the inning. So the action is an error, and then Longoria wraps a double down the left field line, and we get to watch Hunter Pence run, and run he does. So he scores from first after 1. It's the Giants 1, the Padres nothing.
Brought to you by Cresco, your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental, with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
Here it's an early 1-0 lead for the Giants, as it'll be Renfroe, Hedges, and Jankowski against Chris Stratton. And Renfroe doesn't waste any time. It looked like it was a hanger, but he got underneath it to Crawford. 1 out. Let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, Sunday, quite possibly the last time Giants fans will see Hunter Pence in a Giants uniform. Skipper Bruce Bochy was asked if he's going to start Hunter Pence in every game down this final stretch, and he said it's very possible that that will be the case. He's certainly going to try, but he said for sure he'll play him as much as he possibly can. He wants to check in with him each day to make sure he's good to go because he's earned it. Bochy said it's actually hard to put into words what Pence has meant. He's a pleasure to work with, he said, and he's so positive. He said Pence is constantly helping others, has an incredible attitude, and brings 100% every day. Dwayne?
I don't think any of us can disagree with any of that.
Oh, that's a good count report right there, Amy G.
On the ground, and Longoria, who's picking it like a Gold Glover, and Garcia digs it out. solid on both ends.
He has really played a beautiful third base. The second half of the season, and we're talking plays like this, one hop, top spin bullets that come up to a high backhander and just soft hands him. And with a little help from his friend, Aramis Garcia, shoots him down.
Here's Jankowski with 2 outs. Jankowski hitting .256. And a call strike.
Well, Doug Greenwald said that Nick Marley, who spent a lot of his year in the Pacific Coast League, had some corners on both sides of the plate down around the knees, and he has been true.
Up the middle, and Jankowski with a 2-out base hit. And with his ability to run, anytime he gets on base with a single, it could be a double.
And this is a situation where they really might steal him because of his speed and the fact that if they walk the 8th place hitter, Javi Guerra, and you bring up the pitcher, Robbie Erlin, he's a good hitting pitcher. If you're going to steal your 7th place guy in the National League, you got to have a pitcher that can hit.
And Garcia, who makes a nice play, although maybe an easier play for Avellino, but they get it done. It's 1-0 Giants. Secure space at the front of the line for some 2019 biggest games, including matchups against the Yankees and opening day. Book now and receive a 10% discount on your group ticket price. sfgiants.com/2019. Garcia takes a call strike. Garcia, Hernandez, Avellino against Robbie Erlin, who gave up a run in the first. And that's tapped foul. It's a quick 0-2. Three home runs, 7 runs batted in. On the ground to short, and Guerra is going to make the play. 1 out. And here's Gorkis Hernandez. Marquise had a really hot first half and then cooled off the second half. Still, he's got 15 home runs. He's an RBI shy of 40 as he shoots this one out of play. And he goes around. It's now 0-2.
The high fastball has been a good pitch for Erlin across the letters. And I think what sets that is when you have a guy with a big curveball and he's getting it over like Erlin is, the high fastball becomes a weapon.
It's always hard to lay off of. And it really doesn't matter what the velocity is. Laid off of that one. It's 2-2. Slowly hit. More work for Guerra. And he throws it away. And it'll be error number 2. And Hernandez gets to go to second. Did I see the umpire point to second?
There he goes. He did. So a free 90 feet. Thank you very much. So already for the rookie, Javi Guerra, it's a 2-error night. Now, he is the heir apparent. And the one thing they've said about this kid is he has an absolute cannon for an arm.
Well, Hosmer's got to catch that.
Well, I think Javi Guerra's thinking the same thing.
So here's Avellino. And it's right back to where it came from. 2 down. I don't think Avellino likes to see the catcher catch the ball when he's hitting. And he feels like nobody's back there and he's got to put it in play.
He feels like if it gets by him, he's got to go chase it down. We didn't even get a chance to talk about that young man.
Oh, we will.
They'll have to wait for a second at bat.
Here's Stratton. Remember Stratton off of Erlin. He had the double to clear the bases in San Diego. I think it was.
It was. He had
Giants had a nice 3-0 lead.
And it completely screwed him up. The 2-strike opposite field double. Bases loaded. Thing of beauty.
In the dirt to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Just so much going on for these little ones. Yep.
Yeah, the aquarium out there by little AT&T Park.
Strike 1-2. Just a lot going on.
A couple of rays. It is very cool. And kids, they can put their hands on the glass. Not a problem.
Breaking ball. Got him. And they'll end the inning. It'll be Erlin to lead things off. 1-0 Giants. Padres, Hunter Pence, a walk-off, two-run double right past Hosmer. It came off of Brad Hand in the bottom of the 11th, and the Giants went home that day with a win, 3-2. Hunter Pence, since the day he arrived, has been fun to watch. Kind of like having a daughter, never boring.
No, entertaining.
Here's Robbie Erlin. Erlin is 4 for 21 on the season.
Well, he definitely has a clue with the bat in his hand. Those guys from Santa Cruz can hit.
And if Garcia would have gotten at first, they had a shot.
They had a shot. Well, we talk about Hunter Pence still has some hops. Let's take a look at scoring from first to home on a double. And he did it in 10.62 seconds. That's good time running the bases. That's above average.
Galvis drew a walk in the first. He bunts it foul. You ever fall into the trap that pitcher's going to be an automatic out, and then
You know, way too many times, and especially when you're leading off an inning with a pitcher, you're thinking that's an out. I got an out to start an inning off. And then when they get a base hit like that, it rattles your cage. It's like that big present that was sitting under the Christmas tree. Somebody mistagged it. It belonged to your sister.
Oh. Out of play, 0-2. Myers is on deck. The Giants have a 1-0 lead. Got him. Galvis said, I fouled it. I fouled it.
Nick Marty said, I don't think so. So Galvis is pleading this case. Now Andy Green's going to come out and say, hey, you hit the ground, right? You heard it hit the ground. Marley's going to have to make that call based on what he's heard. So he's going to say, all right, I'm going to go down and talk to my fellow umpires and bring Quinn Wilcott in from third base.
Who had a better view than the home plate umpire?
Third base umpire. I mean, they all could have seen it if it hit the ground. I don't think that's always obvious for a plate umpire, but it should make a different noise.
Well, did he call foul ball?
Let's take a look. Curveball. Well, I don't see that he fouled it. Doesn't matter if you swing and miss and it bounces in the dirt.
Bochy's going to say, what's going on here?
I may have seen a little misdirection right there.
He said that guy saw it a lot better than him.
I mean, I can't believe he didn't hear it, but I do think he caught a piece of it. So Bruce Bochy going to talk it over with the crew chief, Marvin Hudson. I always like when Bochy argues with the umpires because he's always a head taller.
You know, he might just get thrown out. It's been a while for him. He might get thrown out and then afterwards say, it's nice managing with a bourbon.
Yeah, well, hand the keys to Sir Bam Bam Mulens. So Galvis going to get a second life. I do think he caught a piece of it. I think the ball changed courses just a little bit. Yeah, he caught a piece. Good shot, fellas.
And a base hit. That's what ticks you off. So here's Myers. Myers rolled into a 6-4-3 double play in the first inning. So back-to-back singles. On the ground to Crawford. Can they do it again? Nope. Avellino's throw is in the dirt. So Miles will reach on the fielder's choice.
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things you have to learn when you're playing second base and you turn the pivot, how much time you have and how much time you don't have. Now, he's got a good arm, and he had a little more time than he thought. Here he pulls it down the dirt, and Garcia going down to a backhander hits it low on the heel of his glove, and he can't come up with it. So the Padres getting a break again.
Well, if you're Stratton, you got the double play ball. That's a ball that has to be turned.
Well, he's definitely thinking that. But, you know, now we're going to move on. Pitch the situation, try and get another ground ball.
Reyes hit a line drive to right field for a base hit. And a high fastball, 2-1. Again, Crawford and Avellino at double play depth. Slater off the line and left, so they're bunching Reyes into the gap in left center field. And he takes low. It's 3-1.
Got an open base here. If you sense a guy's seeing you well and he's got the hot hand, which Reyes does. It's a lot of power up there. He's 23 years old. And he was swinging to try and put it on the top of the Coke bottle.
Runner goes, and it's high, ball four. Well, tomorrow night it's a celebration, the release of the new Ant-Man film shot here in San Francisco. Marvel Night package includes an Ant-Man Marvel bobblehead and a ticket to see the Giants Padres play. Visit sfgiants.com/special events. Hosmer struck out in the first inning, the only strikeout that Stratton has. And he runs the first pitch inside for a ball.
Well, that's exactly where we want to throw it. He's throwing that cut fastball, trying to get it in on his hands. You don't want to give a guy with power a pitch that he can extend. And that's what Hosmer is looking for. He's trying to get extended. That's where the strength of his bat is. It's at the end of the bat. Sweet spot, not on the inside corner.
Base hit, left center field. Marquis Hernandez lets it get by him. 2 runs are going to score, and the error is going to be Reyes being allowed to go to third. So here's Kurt Young coming out.
Well, I think he senses a little frustration from Stratton here. I mean, he's had about 3 things go against him in this inning. Hosmer, a good low ball hitter, and this is out over the plate. Stays inside it, goes right back up the middle. We talked about his ability to go gap to gap. And here he does it again. That's our pitch cast brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. Galvis got second life, and boy, did he make it hurt.
Renfroe popped out to Crawford. And the first pitch is down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Outfield straight away. Reyes at third, Hosmer at first. Good pitch, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good curveball. Effective 1-0 pitch. That's one where if you're Renfroe, you're going to step out and have a little word with yourself. It's not the location you want to swing at it when you have a 1-0 advantage.
Off the glove of Avellino. And everybody's going to move up. The throw to third is not in time. So a ball that should have been caught, even though it was hit hard, is going to plate Reyes.
Hit hard, indeed. I mean, Hosmer's was 109. This is 107. It's definitely one you think you have to make a play on if you're a big league player.
So that'll be an error. And the hitter is Hedges. And a good breaking ball, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Jankowski is on deck.
Well, meanwhile, just came out of the Coke bottle. The moon sort of floated up into the sky.
A ball and a strike. Longoria made a nice play on Hedges. Those two were here last night.
Gamers. It got chilly last night, not as cool tonight as it was last night. Good sinker. With Stratton, he can get a ground ball with the sinking fastball. You can also get it with a cutter down around the knees, and the curveball is a good pitch. If he drops it below the knees, he can get a ball hit on the ground. So he's got 3 ways to get you to induce a double play.
Two and two. Hosmer at third, Renfroe at first. Two and two.
Well, Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants into your X1 voice remote. Get live stats in your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. What a great picture. "50 pitches, that's a lot. You want to be 45 or less at the end of the third." So he's really had to dig deep into the pitch count this inning. It has been a stressful inning, and what started it off? A base hit by the pitcher, Robbie Erlin.
Look out. One of the Peckners to pick it up after it stops rolling.
That's Mike Peckner.
I saw Mike. The last time they were ball dudes, I mentioned the fact that he was wearing Brandon Belt's shoes. He found me the next day. And he mentioned to me that they were not. I was like, well, they look like it.
He's the hippy dippy weatherman. Come on.
Got him.
Big strikeout with a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Second strikeout for Stratton. And tonight was Bay Area Unite night with the Giants and the Sharks. Cherubini. The Sharks colors. Very cool hat. Yeah. I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that.
We'll get you a couple. Here's Jankowski. Here's the hit that ruins the party if you don't get him out.
Well, I mean, you work hard, you get the strikeout with a runner at third, less than 2 outs. You've given up 3. You've tried to pitch through a couple of errors. If you can get him out, I mean, it's a little bit of a victory. If he gets a hit here, that is a big, big momentum builder for the Padres.
Cued. Crawford will shovel it to Avellino, and that'll end the inning. So the defense does not help out Stratton. It's 3-1 Padres.
Grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Top of the order for the Giants. Now Padres leading 3-1. So here's Pence. Pence reached on an error in the first inning. And he takes a strike.
Again, the high fastball has been such a good pitch for Erlin. Giants are not able to hold back. I mean, they've broken down in a lot of their attempts to hit it. Nobody's been able to keep that top hand on it.
And that's foul.
Again with the high fastball. This time he lays off. High fastball, you see it so well. You just want to get after it.
Center field. Moving back is Jankowski, and he'll make the play. Dave Fleming is on assignment, which means John Miller is here. John and Mike will do innings 4, 5, and 6. And here's Slater. Slater shortens up to bunt. And he takes a strike. It's no balls and 1 strike.
They're going to give it to you, and you're down a couple runs. I mean, that's not a bad play. The only exception is if you were a home run hitter, and Slater's more of a doubles hitter than a home run hitter.
Yeah, you got a guy hit the ball out of the park on deck, so it's not a bad play at all.
No, set the table. And the Padres are laying back. Their whole left side is playing deep in respect of Slater.
High and foul and out of play. It's 1-2. Foul back, so Slater stays alive.
Got to be alert. Don't be wearing that Lakers jersey here in this ballpark.
Yeah. That ball might just accidentally slip through the screen.
That's right. You can make that happen.
Slater just got a piece. It stays at 1-2. Five hits for the Padres, the Giants with 1. That was Longoria's double down the left field line in the first inning. Two and 2 to Slater. Slater stays alive. See Lee Hammer over from KNBR. He's is he selling peanuts tonight? He's one of the vendors.
He's a peanut vendor. That's one of those things where it sounded like a great idea until you started doing it.
Got him. What's this show? Something Boss.
Where they hide the boss?
Yeah. You know, I don't actually know if Undercover Boss. I don't actually know if Lee looks like he's having fun or if he. I don't think he's very good at it, to be honest with you.
He's the program director at KNBR. Actually, he's got like about 9 titles.
Yeah, when you call Lee these days, this is what you get on the other end of the line. He picks up the phone and he'll go, "I can't talk now. I'm trying to run 5 or 6 stations."
He's leaking a little oil, I gotta tell you. Do you have exact change, please?
Yeah. and by the way, you see this button where it says, "I'm accepting tips." Can you round it off? Can you round it off to the nearest dollar? Good job, Lee. You sold one bag. Oh, you strap it on. Let's go. Swinging a foul. I actually haven't. Oh, Longoria's down. Please get up. He does.
Fouled it off his foot or ankle. He's got to protect a piece. I don't know if it caught the piece. Let's find out. No.
Oh,
shouldn't either. Dave Greshner just cheering for him, and there's not a whole lot a trainer can do.
No. Just be your friend. He said, "I'm fine." He will feel it tonight. He'll feel it tomorrow. He'll probably feel it at the end of October.
It's no exaggeration. I mean, they will hang in there for a month and a half or two.
I still have a spot on my ankle. Off the end of the bat, charging is Galvis, and that'll end the inning. John Miller will be in. I'll see you back here in the 7th. It's 3-1 Padres.
My friend and our Hall of Famer, please welcome John Miller. Welcome.
Kind of a ragged third inning there for the Giants and maybe for the umpires. And anyway, 3-1. The Padres taking advantage of it. And Stratton ready to go back to work here in the 4th inning. And a swinging strike for Javi Guerra. There's Lee Hammer.
Lee Hammer continuing to try and sell peanuts.
He was asking me for some pointers on being a vendor. I used to be a vendor years ago. I think when I was still in high school at the Oakland Coliseum, when they needed extra vendors. I was not in the union, the vendors union. And I was probably the worst vendor in history.
Oh, no. Lee Hammer's the worst vendor in history.
Well, if he was asking me for pointers, he may well be.
Now, the guy on the right, now that's a pro right there. He's hustling. He's got Cracker Jacks. He's got churros. He's got CDs.
Telling people, here's where you get the stuff. Who wants? I've got the best.
Yeah, he'll give you scores.
Look at Lee. Like I have this. Peanuts. You don't want any, do you? You want some?
Yeah, really? I'm just going to have to make change.
Yeah. I could send somebody else over. Maybe you should probably try to get some ice cream or something. Maybe.
That thing starts to get heavy. He's just going to start winging them.
Guerra back out of play. Guerra grounded out to first his first time. The pitcher, Robbie Erlin, is on deck. I ended up losing money.
No, you did.
As a vendor.
Did you really? I thought that was impossible.
It was impossible, except if you didn't know what you were doing, and that was me. But it was the very first after the merger of the old AFL and NFL. You have to be of a certain age to remember that.
Yeah.
And the Raiders played the 49ers at the Coliseum. It was the first time they ever played in the late 60s. And it was August. It was an exhibition game, and it was in the 90s. It was hot, and I got popcorn.
So nobody wanted it.
I sold my first load of popcorn by the middle of the third quarter. And he struck him out.
Good changeup.
One away. And then I immediately went in and got another load of popcorn, not realizing that every time you took a load out, you owed them a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
I should have taken the rest of that. I sold like 3 or 4 boxes out of the next load.
Yeah. But you had to pay for all of it?
Yeah. Which I learned after.
Oh.
And I see these beer guys, they're like 500, 1,000, you know. And I'm looking at mine and says 8, 850, 9. And so my buddy Rod Cardenas, who was a souvenir salesman, and he was in the union, he'd been doing it for a long time. He said, "Hey, how'd you do?" I said, "Well, I just added up all my money. I lost $6.50. Can you load me money to ride Bart home?"
Did you at least get a chance to see the game?
No, I was hustling. I was running. People would call me from 2 sections over. I go running down there thinking I had a live one. He said, "You got any beer in there?" No, I have popcorn. Can you send a beer guy over? Yeah. Erlin grounds out to Crawford, 2 down.
And he's trying to get by Lee. He's plugging up the aisle. Come on, Lee. Stressful.
He's doing it to get some to get a story for the guide. What is it? The fanzine or whatever. Every year when they have the Giants Fan Fest, KNBR puts out a magazine free to everybody who comes to Fan Fest. And he's doing research for an article about what it's like to be a vendor. Freddie Galvis and a swinging strike 1.
He's got that changeup working right now.
So Lee is getting some background material for this article, and he said whatever profits he makes, and I said, I was quick to correct him. I said, if you make a profit, he's going to share with the other vendors, because he doesn't want them to think he was like taking money away from them.
So do you think he has a chance to make a profit tonight?
It doesn't look good the way from what we've seen.
No.
Now maybe that's his 4th load of peanuts. You know, maybe we're underestimating what he's done. 3-1 now to Galvis, who has walked and singled. I couldn't see any foul ball on the replays you guys showed.
I thought he caught a piece.
Did you?
Yeah, at the very end they showed a close-up of it. I thought he redirected the route of the ball just slightly, which meant that, in my opinion, he caught a piece.
3-2 the count. And that's right up the middle, base hit. He's been on base 3 straight times. Gorkis Hernandez hustling over to cut it off in the alleyway, and then throws the ball all the way back into Chris Stratton at the pitcher's mound.
Galvis has really done well against the Giants this year. Giants lead the series in 17 games. Giants are 10-7 against the Padres, but Freddie Galvis has been, I think, one of their best players against the Giants all year.
And he's a good player.
He's a great player. Get a chance to see him from second base tonight. We're so used to seeing him play shortstop.
Myers is grounded into a double play, and that ball gets away from Hundley. And Galvis goes over to second.
That's a big 90 feet right there. It'll be a wild pitch for Stratton, and that hurts because it puts Galvis, who has good speed, at second base with an RBI guy in the box. And any ball that gets hit, he's going to get a 2-out jump. Let's take a look at the changeup. One thing Nick Hundley said this last Fan Fest, we were talking to him, there was a question and answer. And somebody said, what's the toughest pitch to block? And he immediately said changeup. For him, it was the changeup. And Buster Posey was asked the same question, and he said it is the changeup. At least for those two guys.
Well, that changeup was awfully tough to block. Came right back with another one and got it by him. 2-1 the count now.
Well, I think there was a cross-up right there. Meanwhile, Lee Hammer closing in on selling that box full of peanuts. He needs to work on his technique. It's a little slow give and change. I think his whole theory is if I fumble around, they're just going to they're going to tell me to keep it.
3-1 the count to Will Myers. Runner at second, 2 down. And he walks. Franmil Reyes comes up now, the young slugger.
Well, and the Giants really haven't figured him out yet. One thing they have found out is he's got an outstanding approach to right field. He's got a lot of power. And this year, between the big leagues and minor leagues, he's hit 32 home runs.
And he's averaged a home run every 15 at bats in the big leagues, which is very impressive. As the Giants bullpen's going to get busy, and Kurt Young, the pitching coach, out to talk to Stratton. Stratton, who had a 27 pitch third inning, very stressful, and he has already thrown 24 more pitches here in the fourth inning.
Well, a reminder, 49ers pre and post game live 1 hour before and after every game. You can join Greg Papa, Dante Whitner, and Jeff Garcia on 49ers pre and post game live 1 hour before and after the Niners face the Chargers. This week, you'll see it on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus. The home of the authentic 49ers fan is NBC Sports Bay Area.
Off the outside. Reyes has singled to right and walked and scored a run. Dodgers still lead Arizona 1-0 in the last of the 6th inning in Arizona. Walker Buehler pitching another beauty for LA. There is Avelino, and the inning is over. The Giants down 3-1 with Crawford, Hundley, and Garcia coming up.
October 5th. Hopes are high. The Sharks have a group of returning All-Stars and newly acquired Erik Karlsson. Welcome back to our broadcast. It is also Bay Area Unite Sharks Night, and behind me about 1,000 Sharks fans, season ticket holders, coming out not only to support the upcoming Sharks season, but the Giants wrap-up of their final season, and of course a couple of Sharks alum. Devin Setaguchi threw out the first pitch. Ty Block said he did a pretty good job. He didn't bounce it. Mark Smith, the play ball dude, Sharky, was here. It's a great night with Bay Area teams showing support for each other. Gentlemen?
All right, cool.
And we wish the Sharks well this year.
Brandon Crawford fouls one back out of play.
And that is a very cool t-shirt. That was the Sharks Unite logo, the Giants color. I love that mascot. That's a good one. They're feeling it.
Into center field and off the glove of Jankowski, who went for the diving catch. Not quite. Crawford has a base hit.
Second time tonight the Giants have put the leadoff hitter on base, and Irvin goes right into the stretch. Watch Jankowski, the jump he gets, I mean, he kind of leans to his left, and all of a sudden he commits to it. He realizes he has to come in. So I think it's so easy, especially in center field, to expect more fly ball than you actually get. And at times you will break left or right before you reroute and come at directly at the ball. And this time it cost Jankowski and the Padres.
Hundley, a foul. Hundley struck out his first time. How about the Cubs? Cubs are trailing the Pirates 6-0, top of the 7th at Wrigley Field. Meanwhile, the Brewers are ahead in St. Louis 9-4 in the top of the 9th inning. If those scores hold up, the Brewers would be only a half game behind the Cubs for first place in the Central Division, and just one behind them in the loss column. There's the Central Division standings. But the Brewers are threatening to make it 2 in a row in St. Louis. One more game there tomorrow, but they're way out ahead in the 9th inning, 9-4 tonight. And the Cubs are way behind the Pirates. That is foul. Ron Wotus ducking under it. In the wild card division, the Brewers, after their win last night in St. Louis, with a 3-game edge for the first wild card over the Cardinals, but the Cardinals only a half-game edge on Colorado for the second wild card.
That can all change after tonight.
Did he swing? No, says Ryan Ataton.
Giants catch a break there. Milwaukee's leading St. Louis in the 9th inning 9-4, and Colorado's winning 9-3 in the 7th inning against the Phils. So I mean, that could be where the Rockies move into that slot. Lots going to happen between now and Sunday. I love it.
The Rockies trying to make it 5 in a row. They swept the D-backs over the weekend, a team that has just collapsed here in the final month. And now they're in the midst of a 4-game series with the Phillies, another team that has collapsed.
They wind up their last 3 games of the year against the Nationals.
Pop fly, shallow left, a late break by Renfroe. He's not going to get there. He started back and then belatedly came in and could never quite get there.
Again, I mean, he's thinking he's going to get more fly ball than he actually gets. And this ball gets up the bat and jams. Watch at the top of your left-hand screen. Just not a good jump. He just didn't know what that ball was going to do. And when he finally made the move to get it, it's too late. So the Giants a couple of breaks here.
And meanwhile, in Arizona, the D-backs on a 2-run double by David Peralta have gone ahead of the Dodgers 2-1. Still batting the last of the 6th inning there. Aramis Garcia, and that's a foul ball.
Ooh, watch your foot there, Mike. Mike Peckner, the hippy-dippy weatherman. Dwayne Kuiper accused him of wearing Brandon Belt shoes, and he shot Kuiper out the next day and said, "No, those are mine. They just look like Brandon Belt shoes."
1 strike the count to Garcia. And he taps that one foul. Strike 2. 2 singles to start the inning. Crawford to center and Hundley with the pop up to left. Hey, good to see you.
Father son heading out to the yard.
And he chased the high fastball. Strike 3.
The bread and butter. Early, I mean, he's gone to that pitch a lot. The Giants aren't even fouling it off. 4 strikeout.
Here comes Gorkis Hernandez now, who is safe on a throwing error by Javi Guerra, the shortstop. 3-1, the Padres leading, last of the 4th. Strike 1.
It's an opportunity here. I mean, these are big at bats right now with runners at first and second, down 2 runs. Giants are trying to find a way to bring some momentum to their bench, and you need big hits. That'll do the trick.
A ball and a strike to Gorkis Hernandez.
Well, Caleb, Christian Timble, and Lauren Elise Kizon, first timers, we welcome you.
One ball and 2 strikes now. That one fouled back to the backstop. Tomorrow night, the final game of the year between the Giants and Padres. Casey Kelly will get the call for the Giants, and Luis Perdomo, a right-hander, will go for the Padres. Giants are going to get some action going in their bullpen now. Avelino on deck, and then the pitcher's spot due up after that.
Trying to go back up top with that high fastball.
There is Reyes Moronta, who starts to throw in the Giants bullpen now.
Kelby Tomlinson chalking up. So he takes a little off at 88. Sometimes you could describe a hitter. What kind of hitter is he? Well, he'll swing as hard as you throw it. Meaning if you could throw 99 on a fastball at him and he's right on it, then you throw 65 miles per hour at him and he's going to swing at 65 miles per hour. Kind of waves through it. And that was kind of the case on that last swing from Gorkis Hernandez.
Well, there's that high fastball again, and he took it up and in.
She's an authentic fan.
Full count. Crawford at second, Hundley at first. 1 out. And a pop-up. The infield fly rule will be in effect here. So he's already out. And Galvis catches it anyway. 2 down. Gorkis is 0 for 2, and here comes Avelino. Beatal Avelino. And he hit the first pitch that he saw tonight, a one-hopper right back to Erlin, the pitcher. Got 2 men on this time. And he got the high strike on that one.
Taking out that first strike with big, slow curveballs. Setting up that high fastball above the strike zone.
And he got the low strike on the outside. 0-2.
If you look at the credentials that Avelino got to the big leagues with offensively, as you see the second strike right on the outside corner. Avelino had 283 with 15 home runs and 67 RBIs. He also stole 27 bases. I mean, those are some credentials. That's between AA and AAA ball in the Yankees farm system. So it tells you he can hit, and he's got some power.
Very softly hit. Galvis picks it up. The throw to first, just in time. Another nice play by Freddie Galvis, who is doing well on both sides of second base. On to the fifth inning.
Fifth, 2014 Giants clinched the National League wildcard spot, and everybody was happy. Santiago Casilla, Madison Bumgarner, Tim Lincecum, and the skipper. They hosed him down. Matt Duffy. You will survive. And Larry Bear getting a bath.
For Wednesday, will you, baby?
That was a fun night. That's our smart play, brought to you by the Northern California Ford dealers.
And they went to Pittsburgh for the wild card playoff. Bumgarner shut out the Pirates. And then they went to Washington. And they were heavy underdogs, but won the first two games in Washington in the best of five and won that series 3 out of 4. Huge upset. Ball one to Eric Hosmer. He's had one of the big hits of the night, a 2-run single in the third inning. Two and 0 the count to Hosmer. Three and 0.
This is where you take a little walk if you're Chris Stratton. Stratton's had 3 walks tonight, and that's uncharacteristic of him. Little 3-0 cutter taken on the outside corner.
They changed up on him on 3-1, 3-2.
Throw it again. I mean, that was as good a changeup as you could throw. So Cutter, belt high on the hands. Get a chance to look at that last swing. Really gives you an idea of how flat Hosmer and his swing is at the belt and really down just above the knees too. I mean, his bat stays in that zone a long time, flat.
And that's the 4th walk.
Well, the second time he's walked to lead a guy off.
StubHub has the best selection of 100% MLB verified tickets. Download the StubHub app today and head to AT&T Park. StubHub is an official partner of the San Francisco Giants. Dodgers have tied that game in Arizona 2-2 in the top of the 7th on the out-of-town scoreboard. Off the outside to the powerful Hunter Renfroe, and Okert, Stephen Okert, down to the Giants bullpen, the left-hander. One ball and no strikes to Renfroe. He hit a line drive that, just as I was calling it a catch for Avellino, and the ball hit off his glove and ricocheted into shallow center field. He hit it very hard. An error charged to Avellino. And a run scored on the play.
Renfroe, lots of power. 386 at bats this year, 25 home runs. I mean, that's power.
One and two. And he really has become a much better hitter down the stretch. Even in the first half, he was struggling big time. Since August the 5th, he's hit 17 home runs, second most in all of Major League Baseball in that time. And a foul out of play. So that's what, about 7 weeks. That's a pretty good pace.
Flame on for 7 weeks. One thing that you look at his report card on his stat sheet is on base percentage. It's .299, and that needs to improve. Sluggers usually are up around 360 to 400. Guys who have that type of home run consistency.
Well, and they get a lot of walks because people are afraid of him. They
don't want to pitch to him.
One ball, 2 strikes. I remember Barry Bonds used to say, says people talk about how patient I am. Well, they don't throw me strikes. I would swing at them if they threw them to me. Just a little bit low. 2-2 the count.
Trying to nibble on that inside corner. If you're a right-handed pitcher to a right-handed hitter on a curveball, that's a dangerous pitch.
And that is all for Renfroe.
That broke him down. Strikeout number 4. Then that's about as good a curveball as he's got. Set the outside target. This sort of just drops right in the well at 78. You can see the tight spin. And Renfroe way out in front. Grab some pine meat.
So here is Austin Hedges now. He has been robbed of a possible extra base hit by Longoria, and he has struck out. And it's a ball off the outside. Colorado leading the Phillies now 10-3 in the top of the 8th in Denver. The Brewers, a home run by Christian Yelich has given the Brewers a 12-4 lead over the Cardinals. That game is in the last of the 9th in St. Louis now.
Hunter Pence is indeed a forever Giant. A lot of love for that number 8. And we all agree with that poster.
And that is out of play off to the right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the fans got a souvenir. And he gave it to one of the kids.
I mean, that's just how we roll here at AT&T. I love it.
Did he swing? Yes, he did. That's another sharp curveball, 75 miles an hour, and Hedges goes down. 2 down.
Take a look from behind. You can see the high 3/4 release and the acute angle on the break. Did he hold up? No. See ya.
Now Jankowski, left-handed hitter, 2 down. Hosmer still at first. He led off the inning with a walk. Still there with 2 down. 1 ball and no strikes. Chris Stratton closing in at 100 pitches already. It's only the 5th inning.
Man, a lot of them have been out of the stretch too. I mean, he's really had to work hard tonight. Check that runner. Hosmer likes to roll into a walk. If he gets a walk and lead, he'll take off.
Hosmer has 7 steals.
Time you see a pitcher or a catcher give a sign, a fist and wiggle a thumb, he wants you to throw to first base.
And Jankowski, who is very fast, showing butt and then taking a ball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Padres lead 3-1. We're in the 5th inning. Jankowski has singled and grounded into a force play. He's 1 for 2. There's how the Giants are playing it defensively. The outfield way over toward the left field side, especially Hernandez in center. 3-0. Another lefty. Guerra is on deck. Guerra, who has not been around nearly as long as Jankowski, and who has had his problems with the bat. That's a called strike.
Oh, 3-0 count extension on the strike zone. I like that.
On 3-0?
I do.
Too far off the outside this time.
This is the first time we've seen Nick Marley. I think he's had a very nice strike zone tonight.
Well, we've got another lefty, Guerra, coming up, and Bruce Bochy's got the left-hander ready in the bullpen. Okert looks like he's going to make a double switch. Kelby Tomlinson runs onto the field. It looks like Avelino, who made the final out of the Giants' 4th inning, is going to come out of the game. Kelby gives him the news, and here's Okert heading in. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. 2 on, 2 out. We'll be back.
San Francisco Giants may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Back here at AT&T Park, the Padres in the 5th inning have 2 men on, 2 men out. Guerra is the hitter against Stephen Okert, just in for the bullpen, and a slider over the outside for a called strike. Kelby Tomlinson in to play second base, and he'll hit in the 9th spot and lead off in the last half of this inning.
How good has Okert been in 7 games, 4 innings amassed, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. And you'll see low to mid-90s with the fastball, and he didn't miss by a whole bunch there. They check with third base umpire Quinn Wolcott, no swing. With Oker, you also get a curveball slider. Now he's got a changeup. He's got 4 pitches.
And a mighty cut, but he didn't get it. 1-2. Guerra, who is 23 years old today. It's his birthday. You see Tomlinson now at second base. Hosmer, the runner at second. Jankowski at first. 2 down. Strike 3 called. The high strike on the inside. Tomlinson coming up, then Pence.
Tonight, Hunter Pence with a start, and before the game, getting fired up in the dugout with Chris Shaw, Derek Rodriguez, and then with Hunter Pence at first base, Evan Longoria, it's a double down the left field line, and Hunter Pence scores all the way from first base in 10.32 seconds. That's our Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile.
Ball 1 from Erlin to Kelby Tomlinson, up for the first time. One ball, 1 strike. Hunter Pence is on deck, and Slater due up third in the inning. And that curve drops a little bit low on the outside. 2-1 now. 3-1, the Padres with a 3-run third inning. One of those runs scored as unearned, although the Giants made 2 errors in the inning. Galvis, and 1 away. So now Pence will come up. Houston Astros won their 100th game tonight. The Astros won in Toronto 4-1. Second inning in a row, or second year in a row that the Astros have won 100 games. Here's Pence. He reached on an error by Guerra in the first, and then scored from first on a double by Longoria.
Hunter Pence, he may not be back next year with the Giants, but he would like to play more.
That ball is hit well. Deep left center field. Way back there. Goodbye! A home run into left center, just to the left of the 382 marker. Hunter Pence draws the Giants to within 1.
not a mislocation either from Erler. A little breaking ball down and in, knee high, and Hunter Pence just went in and golfed it out. Exit velocity 109.9 or 101.9, I beg your pardon. It just looked 109.9.
And there's the ball too low to Slater.
Take a look at down and in, boom, and just backspin it out. And he said he's going to winter ball and he wants to work on a new swing and come back and try and hook on with another team. And we don't know that he's not going to be back with the Giants. We just know that his contract is over. But it's moments like this that we have grown to absolutely love about the guy. When he can light up a crowd with one swing of the bat.
Well, they hit one last week in San Diego that was breathtaking. 1 week ago tonight, in fact, last Tuesday in San Diego. Off the fists, Guerra. Pretty strong arm shown there. 2 down. Slater is 0 for 3. And now Longoria will come up.
Let's take a look at how he goes down and gets the knee-high location. There's nothing orthodox about his style. I mean, he is completely unique in so many ways. I mean, I've never seen a guy go into a batting cage the first round and swing as hard as he can and do it the entire batting practice set. I mean, that's just the way he rolls. I mean, he's got one speed. Those guys get in BP and they kind of ease into it, throw a few to right, just a couple lazy swings, and by the time they're done, then they've had a couple hard swings, but not Pence. It's all out, every hack. And that's how he plays this game. We've said it many times. If you're here with your child, you come to that ballpark, you say, see that guy out there in right field, watch him play. Watch how he plays the game today. And that's how you should play. And that's something Pence has done every game he's ever played as a Giant. As hard as he can play.
And you talk about a team leader. Well, that's leadership, just by example. Wow. The inning is over. Hunter Pence, tell it bye-bye, baby, as Russ Hodges used to say. And the Giants are down by a run as we head to the 6th inning.
right, Doug.
Yay.
We do this every year. Doug Ishmael of the Masons of California and the Masons for MITS program, of which you're a representative. Can you tell folks, if they don't know what Masons for MITS is, what's the program?
So 10 years ago, we had John Gumas and I sat down together and decided that we wanted to do something as a fraternity to help the kids in the Junior Giants program. And we decided that those kids who weren't able to afford a mitt, who played for the Junior Giants, ought to have the gift of a mitt to do that. So we made sure that every child who plays in the Junior Giants programs has access to a high-quality baseball mitt. And so you can see right here, we even have the little square and compass burned into the leather for every one of those kids.
Which is amazing. And of course, it starts off small, right? And it's become huge. And 10 years later, how much have you been able to raise? And it's gone beyond the Junior Giants.
Right. We started the program here in San Francisco 10 years ago. And as of today, we've given $712,000, which is 35,000 mitts to kids in the Junior Giants program. And we also have the program in San Diego, Los Angeles, and Orange County, and we have now gone over $1 million statewide, which is 50,000 mitts for kids. It's remarkable. It's really a lot of fun. And we have guys out here who've done an awful lot of work, and I love them. They've been fantastic.
And word has it that Masonic lodges kind of have a friendly competition with each other.
Oh yeah, this year the San Francisco Sluggers beat the South Bay Bombers by just a hair.
They can hear you back here.
Rich Modelo, John Bermudez edged out Kendall Mills. So it's a great year. It was a great year.
And earlier tonight, more than $90,000 donated on the field. How many mitts does that translate to?
So we will have given the Junior Giants 4,500 mitts just tonight. Yeah, it's really a lot of fun.
Congratulations on the work that you do. It's fabulous. We get to see it firsthand. And everyone behind you, if you want to give a shout out to your guys.
450 people here tonight.
450 Masons, and if you're interested in the program, it is masonsformits.org. That's a number 4, and then also go check it out. Thanks, Doug. I'll see you next year.
You bet.
Guys.
It's all right. Amy G with the Masons for Mitts. And there's a called strike to Myers after the Galvis double.
Well, and these really are great mitts too. I mean, they're soft leather. They're Wilson gloves. They got a great pocket to them, and 35,000 kids have gotten gloves from the Masons. So, to the Masons, we thank you very much, because it is making a difference. Kids are learning how to play baseball. Now they have a glove.
Galvis back to second.
And that's one thing about baseball. A lot of kids just don't have the funds to get a mitt, to get a bat, to get a ball, to pay to join an organized league. Well, Junior Giants program, they pay for all that, and they let kids play, boys and girls.
And there's the stamp on the glove, a gift from Masons of California.
It's one of the coolest programs around.
4,500 gloves plus just from their donation this year. Will Myers 0 for 2 with a walk. Runner at second, 1 out, 3-2. The Padres lead the Giants. And Maranta starts to heat up in the Giants bullpen again. Pirela pinch hit for Erlin, so Erlin, the Padres starter, is done. Castillo, the big left-hander, warming up in the San Diego bullpen. Hernandez and Galvis will go back to second. 2 down.
Well, on Sunday, the Giants are going to honor their fans with the annual Fan Appreciation Day. Giants are going to take on the Dodgers. A special 12:05 start time. Come out to the ballpark to experience the fun and have a chance to win prizes like a 2018 Toyota Tacoma, or Coors Light Yeti coolers, or AT&T $1,000 gift cards, or Alaskan Airlines flight vouchers. Reminder: Sunday is a special 12:05 start.
Bruce Bochy heading out to the mound now with Franmil Reyes, the right-handed hitter, coming up, and Maranta will be brought in from the bullpen. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. And we'll be right back. The runner at second and 2 down. And Franmil Reyes coming up against Reyes Marunta,
who's had a great rookie season. Power arm, basically a 2-pitch guy. You're going to see a high velocity fastball, which will go high 90s, and a no-dot slider.
This guy, 6 feet 5 inches tall, 23 years old. He was left exposed. He could have been acquired in the Rule 5 draft this past December at the winter meeting, but nobody picked him. Now the Padres are grateful nobody did.
Well, I mean, they list him at 6'5", 275 in the media guide. When we were down in San Diego, the San Diego Union paper said he was 6'7", 275. So we asked the Padre people today, and they said, well, they think he's like somewhere between 6'5" and 6'7", but he's more like 290. I mean, he is a big fella, but he is, I mean, he's got some talent, big time power, and as he's proven since the Giants have seen him these last 2 series, he's got a really nice approach to right field. He can inside out the ball, and that's a finesse swing.
He's had 3 hits like that in just the last 2 games. Tonight in the first inning, a single to right. He's hitting 281. Longoria, nice pick, juggles. Now the throw, and the inning is over. That ball was hit hard. 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the last of the 6th. Crawford, Hundley, and Garcia coming up against the new Padre pitcher. Banquet. On this date, 1976, 42 years ago, Gary Matthews hit 3 homers in the game against the Astros, 2 off of Bo McLaughlin and 1 against Gil Rondon. Giants won it 10-0. The 7th time in San Francisco history that a Giant had hit 3 or more homers in the same game. Amazing. McCovey had been the only others to do it, and each had done it 3 times by then. And Gary Matthews, he was in that outfield with Bobby Bonds and Gary Maddox. Like they had a track team out there in the outfield. Those guys all had great speed.
Great player, great teammate.
New pitcher for the Padres, Jose Castillo.
Well, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and repair experts. Jose Castillo, another baby. I mean, he's 22 years old, 6'5", 250-pounder, and he's got a good fastball. You'll see big-time velocity with that fastball. It'll go mid to high 90s, and you just saw the slider. Basically a 2-pitch guy, but both pitches are quality swing and miss pitches.
3-1 to Brandon Crawford, leading it off here in the 6th inning for the Giants, trailing 3-2. Arizona leading the Dodgers now 3-2 in the last of the 7th in Phoenix. Colorado has won its game 10-3 over the Phillies. Milwaukee beat the Cardinals 12-4. That's a called strike right to the outside.
I don't think Crawford agreed with that one. Unite Night. Giants logo, Sharks colors. That was a hat giveaway.
Soaring fly ball to right. Up in the wind, and Reyes had no trouble with that one. One away.
Well, we have to ask you, how far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo's Pretzelrami. Last night, Brandon Crawford play up the middle to get Manuel Margot. The last out of the 7th inning. Speed of throw 71 miles per hour. Distance 110 feet. And really just kind of an arm throw more than a full body throw. Nevertheless, a spectacular play.
He had to get rid of it in a hurry with a very fast runner, Margot. Here's Hundley, who's 1 for 2. Strike one. So the Colorado Rockies are now, at the moment, the second wild card team. Milwaukee's still the first wild card. And the Cardinals at the moment are on the outside looking in. Reyes, nice play. A lot of traffic in that vicinity.
Hey, you don't want to run into that guy.
Freddie Galvis is about, what, 2 feet shorter than Reyes, and maybe 150 pounds lighter. Get out of there, Freddie.
Like a gnat on a windshield. I mean,
here's what I think he heard. I got it.
Yeah. Yo lo tengo, yo lo tengo. If you're a defensive player and you don't speak Spanish, you better learn some if you're playing next to Franmil Reyes, because a collision with that guy would be catastrophic.
Garcia 0 for 2 in the game. And that's out of play. I mean, Reyes went a long way to get that ball. And you notice how when he actually caught it, how far away the other two guys were.
Oh, yeah, get out of Dodge.
And that is called strike 3. Dwayne Kuiper will be returning from down in the radio booth for the 7th inning. It's the Padres 3, the Giants 2.
2 errors for the Padres, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Giants. 2 errors by the Giants in the 3rd inning led to the 3 spot that the Padres put on the board, and that has been the difference. Hunter Pence, a solo shot, his 4th of the year. That has been the offensive highlight. That's our Toyota game summary, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 3-2 Padres. We're in the top of the 7th. And once again, here's my partner and my friend, Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, here we go. Thanks.
How was it over there?
It was lonely. Here's Hosmer, and he takes a strike. Hansen's now at 2nd. Tomlinson's at 3rd. It's out of play.
I have to think about that ball that Evan Longoria hit off his left shin. I mean, he really tattooed it, and it may have backed up on him here as the game progressed.
I think you're right.
It's got to be severe if it gets him out of a ball game. So I'm sure he's sitting down in Dave Greshner's training room, got an ice bag on his shin. And we hope it's nothing more than a bruise.
Hosmer takes low. It's 2-2.
Let's go back to the 3rd inning and take a look at the one that Longoria fouled off his left shin. Right on the bone, and it knocked him down. Dave Greshner, his best friend at the time.
3-2.
Oh, you could talk to a bruise. I mean, not a whole lot you can say to a break. So we're going to assume this is the shin burger, a nasty one, and should be back maybe tomorrow.
Hosmer was not fooled by that at all. His base hit in the 3rd inning knocked in 2 runs.
It's on everything he's throwing right now. I mean, with Maranta, it's basically 2 speeds, 2 pitches.
See Stock getting loose. He's the man who throws very hard. Tapped to Maranta, and it's going to kick foul. So they pull the chain on him, and Hosmer stays alive. Hundley handing the bat to Hosmer.
Well, that looks pretty warm. I could have used that onesie last night.
Got him. I was over in the radio side, and you can see right into the visitors' TV booth where Mark Grant, who's from Chicago, of all places, has got a scarf on like we're at the top of Squaw. And I told him, I said, you know what? Seriously, you're from Illinois. So I saw that onesie, and I'm thinking that's what he needs.
Yeah, he would definitely pull it off, too.
I mean, everybody else in there, you know, the light jacket, and Dan Arcilla, his partner's got the sport coat on, but oh no. Not our boy. 0-2.
Well, it's a style statement. He would definitely wear that in Cincinnati in a day game in July, too. I mean, if he likes the color and the look, I mean, he's going to go with it. There's Nancy Osogamonian, great Giants fan, a good friend.
1-2. Yeah. I'm talking about you, pal.
Yeah, our old teammate. I think he's a fun guy around Christmas to be around.
It doesn't matter what broadcast you're on. He wants to be a part of it. As Gorkis Hernandez puts this away.
Well, Mark, he and his wife Mary, they have 3 children. They live in San Diego, but they have a house, a cabin up in Tahoe, and they spend a lot of time up there in the winter. So he gets some good usage out of that thing.
So that's where he thinks he's at right now.
Yeah, he's in the lift line up at Heavenly, Nevada side. Nancy, she's just a San Franciscan that believes scarves and AT&T Park go together well.
Morante's throwing the ball pretty well right now as he gets Hedges on a check swing.
I mean, he's had that stuff since we saw him the first day of spring.
Good pitch. 0-2. Here it is. Ball back. Giants trail by 1. They've got 4 hits in the game. One of them a home run off the bat of Hunter Pence. Pence has scored both runs in this game. The Padres have had many opportunities, but they've only scored in 1 inning. This is bounced to Tomlinson. It's a fair ball as he fires to first. And that'll end the inning. Nice inning for Morante.
Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
Here it's a 3-2 lead for the Padres. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. It's Robert Stock.
31st time that he has come into a ball game. Good numbers, 37 strikeouts against 12 walks in 38 innings. Got a good fastball. You'll see mid to high 90s with a fastball. He's got a slider and a changeup.
Right off the bat, he gets a breaking ball.
It's respectful. Gorkis Hernandez, 15 home runs on the year. You got to respect that. It's a 1-run game.
So a quick 0-2 to Gorkis Hernandez. Gorkis wasn't that happy with this call, but I think it did hit the inside corner.
98 again, healthy velocity. Loud velocity.
On the ground to third. This is a fair ball. And Myers flat out kicked it. And Hernandez is going to end up at second. That's the third error in the game for the Padres. And now the Giants have to take advantage of this.
On a 1-1 ball game, and this is a big, big mistake. Myers going over to his backhand side, coming in on the ball, and just can't get the glove down low enough to put it in the pocket. But here's where the Giants catch a break. It deadens as it hits the glove. So it kind of gets out there in no man's land towards the Giants bullpen. And with Gorkis Hernandez's speed, an easy take of second base. So a two-base mistake by the Padres.
So here's Shaw. And Shaw right out of bed fouls one out of play. Joe Panik is on deck. Get him in, get him over. Out of play, 0-2.
Well, just avoid the strikeout, and that's what Stock's pitching for. Runner at second, nobody out. That pitcher's trying to strike you out.
And he's facing a guy that has struck out a lot.
Yeah, he struck out just about one an inning, which is good. Better than good.
Gorkis goes, and they got him. And even with a high throw, Gorkis Hernandez could not get under the tag.
Well, you don't want to make the first out of third. You don't want to make the third out of third. And Hedges has got a very, very strong arm. I mean, despite the high throw, there plenty of time where Myers can still put the tag on.
And Shaw strikes out on the breaking ball. 2 down.
Take a look at Hedges. The high throw didn't matter. He's there in plenty of time. No.
So you catch a break with the air, and then you cannot get over to third. And now with 2 outs, here's Panik. I sense that Gorkis Hernandez is Panik with a base hit. Was thinking that he was going to have to get to third on his own. So here's Hunter Pence.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it is a gamble. And it did not pay off for him. And you knew, or at least you sensed, that Panik was going to get a hit there.
Yeah, he kind of did. Here's Pence coming off of a home run. This is what he did in the 5th inning.
Robbie Erler did not make a lot of mistakes. This really wasn't a mistake. This is just a pitch where he wanted to throw it down and in at the knees, and Pence went down and got it. He lit this crowd up, lit this broadcast booth up.
Pence takes that pitch. It's 2-0. And a strike. He's a Hunter Pence fan. And so are we.
Yeah, that's one thing he's done in his career as a Giant. He's made a lot of fans, a lot of friends. .99-mile-an-hour fastball. Cut change up, just kind of floated up there. And after you see 99, a guy could do that at 83 miles per hour and float it away from you. You can see the little lazy breaking ball. Good pitch.
Tapped up the middle and a base hit. Panic's going to go to third. Slater's being called back for now. And the hitter's going to be Gregor Blanco. I was thinking about that 3-1 breaking ball to Hunter Pence with a guy that throws 100 miles an hour. How some old timers at home are thinking, boy, has this game changed.
We talked about it the other day about what is a fastball count anymore? As you see Craig Stammen just about ready to go. He's their setup man. I mean, traditionally a fastball counts 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Anytime you get behind the count, 3-2. Back in the day, you have a good chance you're going to see a fastball. Now,
probably pitch out.
Yeah, pitch out's a fastball count. That's your only for sure fastball count.
So here's Blanco. Blanco with Alan Hansen on deck. And Blanco looks at a strike. Tyne runs at third. Down drive, left field line, base hit, and it gets by Renfro. And here comes Hunter Pence, and the Giants take the lead. Gregor Blanco coming through. How about that?
And how about Hunter Pence scoring a second time from first base on a double? That'll put a smile on you. Two of the most popular Giants of all times coming up big in this inning. Hunter Pence and Gregor Blanco. And all of it came with 2 outs and nobody on. Hunter Pence low flying around third.
It's great to look young again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Here's Hansen. Hansen takes a breaking ball for a strike. So it looks like Robbie Erlin and Chris Stratton are going to get a workout.
No decision for both starters tonight.
Hansen with a little pop-up. And coming in is Reyes. And that will end the inning. Giants come up with 2 runs here in the 7th. Some big hits. 8th inning coming up. 4-3 Giants. 110, Padres 7. See the batting averages. The runs, average per game about the same. Home runs, Padres have a bit of an edge. And they also have an edge in ERA. So in 17 games, the Giants have won 10 of them. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Tony Watson in for the 71st time. A healthy body of work in those 70 appearances. He's thrown 64 innings. He struck out 68 against 14 walks.
And Jankowski gets a breaking ball up and in, and he fouls it back. Hansen's now at third, Panic at second, and Gregor Blanco comes in to play left field.
4 guys have played second base tonight for the Giants. Avellino, Tomlinson, Hansen.
It's
Panic.
Further proof that it's the hardest position to play when it takes 4 guys to play it.
Yeah, words of wisdom from an old second baseman.
Oh, and 2. 1 and 2.
Good take right there. Watson from a low 3/4 release, lazy arm delivery.
Got him. Let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, guys, it's time for our Ask Amy G segment. Tonight's authentic fan question comes from Jessica Lindley. Here's what she would like to know. How many baseballs does the home team have on hand for the game? And what happens to the balls that are thrown out? Well, I went to equipment manager Alan Lee. He knows everything. He's the best. He said they have 12 dozen baseballs rubbed up and ready to go for each game. On average, 9 to 10 dozen are actually used. Balls that are thrown out of the game, they are authenticated as game used, and then they're sold, and a portion of leftover balls go into the batting practice bucket for the next day. If you have a question, we're getting down to the wire here. Tweet me at AmyGGiants, hashtag AskAmyG. Gentlemen?
All right, be a little bit more specific. Alan Lee is the clubhouse manager for the umpires.
For the umpires.
Here's Manuel Margot, and he swings and misses. 0-2.
Brad Grimm's the clubhouse manager for the Giants, and of course Mike Murphy, who is the clubhouse manager emeritus. See him at every home game.
Look, I give credit to Murphy. He made a road trip this year. It was great.
Yeah, where'd he go?
Oakland.
Okay. On you, Murph.
Murph said, I'm not getting on a plane or a bus. I'm going to drive. Pop up out of play. It stays 1-2.
We need to ask Brad Grimm how many baseballs the Giants will use in a year. Spring training, regular season, because you're talking 12 dozen they rub up for games. They're not talking about the ones they break out of the box for batting practice.
Out of play.
Staggering amount of baseballs. And this ballpark isn't an easy ballpark to hit home runs in, even in batting practice. And some of the livelier ballparks like Cincinnati or Philadelphia or Coors Field or Arizona, I mean, they use up more.
And this one's going to be out of play.
Speaking of hot dogs for the whole gang.
Yeah. I was shocked that Lee Hammer didn't have a hot dog instead of peanuts.
Got a message from Keith Olbermann. He said, Lee Hammer, worst hot peanut. He said, worst peanut vendor in the world. Oh, made me laugh.
Well, the Warriors and Timberwolves Saturday 5:30 is preseason basketball on NBC Sports Bay Area. The World Champs return for a preseason game against the Timberwolves. Keith Olbermann used to have a segment called "The Worst Person in the World," and the sports world. That was like so awesome. He named Lee Hammer in back-to-back nights. There's a swing and a foul off the backstop. This is Spangenberg.
It made us laugh. So Oberman, who watches the Giants nightly, he said that little shtick that we did on Lee Hammer selling peanuts tonight. He said, Lee Hammer, worst vendor in the world.
On the ground to Crawford on the backhand, and his throw in the dirt, and Garcia digs it out, and they got him. And Watson says thank you very much to Garcia. And wait a minute. The Padres are going to want to take a look at this.
Well, Spangenberg said that Garcia came off the base with his foot.
And now they're going to say no, he didn't. So
hang with him.
Just ruined the rhythm of closing out this inning, but that's okay.
What a play.
We're going to say it again. They got him. Bottom of the 8th coming up.
Your experience to catch every moment this season. The Giants home screen icons and features such as MLB TV of the Game, TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today.
Matt Stram is the new pitcher. He's going to go after Brandon Crawford here in the 8th inning. And Crawford takes high when it's time for a change. Things speedy. Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and repair experts.
See the numbers for Stram. He's one of the late inning guys for the Padres. Got a fastball that's mid-90s, curveball, slider, and a changeup. The pitch that he uses, his specialty pitch that he uses the most, is the slider. Especially against left-handed hitters.
One and two.
And there it is, and it's a good one.
Spangenberg at second. Galvis moves from second to short. We are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Mark Grant.
Little fur ball.
Crawford out swinging. One out here in the 8th.
This is the play that ended it for the Padres. Crawford, remember, Spangenberg very fast. And a one-hop dig out of the dirt by Garcia to make the play on both ends spectacular. But Crawford coming up again with a Gold Glove play. Spangenberg was stunned. He thought he had this base hit. And it got yanked right out of the box score.
Here's Hundley, and Hundley takes a strike with Garcia on deck. Garcia's done a good job digging balls out of the dirt. He did miss one in the inning where the Padres scored 3 times in the 3rd, but overall he's done a good job. Hundley takes a bit high. There's Will Smith. Did I say before the game that was his birthday, Will Smith's birthday today?
It is, but not the pitcher.
Here's a pop-up to shallow right field. Spangenberg's going to get out there and make the catch. Yeah, the actor's birthday.
Yeah, you totally fished me in on the whole deal.
Yeah. It's late in the year. April, you would not have bitten. Now,
No, you got me.
There's Garcia with 2 outs.
That's a whole lot of attitude right there.
No swing. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Garcia tonight is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Swinging a high pop-up foul. Here's the 1-1, and it's a backdoor breaking ball, 1-2. And he goes around, and that's the hat trick for Garcia. But the Giants are going to go to the 9th with the lead. Will Smith is coming out. Giants are on top, 4-3.
Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants game streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app.
Giants with a 4-3 lead as we go to the 9th, as Freddie Galvis will lead things off.
Will Smith, 53rd time that he's come in. Remember, he started the season on the disabled list, coming back from Tommy John. Climbed the ladder, became the closer, and it's been very solid for the Giants. Going to take on the top of the lineup.
First pitch breaking ball and a foul out of play. A double and 2 singles, and then he had the walk to open up the ball game. Fouls it back. It's 0-2. Myers is on deck.
Great 0-2 pitch, and Will Smith thought he had strike 3. Nick Marley, umpire, we've seen that call of a strike tonight. He's had a very good zone, and that one there was a coin toss. Could have gone either way.
Well, don't take another close one, and that may have not been as good a pitch as the other one.
I think you're absolutely right.
And I think Galvis understood that.
Came on the inside corner. McCunley. It's a beautiful thing when you can stretch the plate by setting a wide target when you're ahead the count 0-2, 1-2.
Here's Myers. Myers gets a fastball and fouls it out of play.
Let's take a look at strike 3 one more time. A fastball off the plate about 3 inches, but caught between the knees. See you later.
Down the left field line. Fair ball. So Myers represents the tying run in scoring position, bringing Reyes to the plate. Didn't think it was going to be easy, did you?
No.
Reyes had a hit in the first inning, a walk in the third, and then 2 ground balls. Strike in the outside corner. Perfect pitch.
He'll go inside. He'll go outside with that fastball.
On the ground, and this game is tied.
And once again, Franmil Reyes going the opposite way as he has done that. That's 4 hits to that side of the field in the last 2 games. And he just was up there thinking about nothing more than a breaking ball. That's how he took that outside location with a fastball. And he was looking for some off-speed pitch, and here it comes. And that's really not a hanger. It's on the outside part of the plate, just about knee-high. He's thinking right field. I mean, this is a 23-year-old hitter doing this.
Here's Hosmer. And Hosmer taps it foul. Hosmer is 1 for 3. And a bouncing ball to Crawford. Crawford to Panic. Panic to Garcia, and a double play to end the inning. Damage done. Giants will try to win it. Game live is going to start at 6 o'clock. We'll have the game for you right at the top of the hour, right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. It'll be Casey Kelly against Eric Lauer. Greg Stammen is going to be the new pitcher. And it'll be Gorkis Hernandez to lead things off.
So the numbers for Stammen in his 71st game: 8.3 with a 2.88 ERA, 85 strikeouts against 17 walks. What's unusual is he's a sinker baller. He'll give you low to mid 90s with the sinking fastball. He's got a curveball, slider, a changeup. Normally you see sinker ballers with about a 1-to-1 strikeout ratio, but not this guy. He's averaging almost a strikeout an inning.
Gorkis wraps the first pitch foul. He's 0 for 3, reached on an error in the 7th inning.
Beg your pardon, over a strikeout an inning. 85 strikeouts in 75 innings for Stammen. That's a great year.
Bat goes flying, 1 out. And here's d'Arnaud.
One thing about d'Arnaud, he's going to try and pump one out of here and end it.
Gorkis hit that ball off the end of the bat. And a first pitch right down the middle of the plate, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Bunts it. Foul.
In case you're wondering about the home run ball, Stammen, the sinker baller in 75 innings, he's given up 3. That is not many.
Well, I appreciate that, because I was wondering.
I mean, if you're giving up 1 home run per 9 innings, and that's pretty good. 1 per 10 innings is really what is acceptable. That would be 7 home runs in 75 innings. For him to have 3, ooh, that thing just bottomed out. Good pitch, big time sink.
So the best pitch to swing in that at bat
would have been the first pitch.
Here's Panic. Panic with a 2-out single in the 7th. Pops this one down the left field line. It's a long run for Renfroe, and he's going to make the running catch. A 7-pitch inning for Stammen, and now we'll head to the 10th.
AT&T. AT&T, official sponsor for Extra Innings.
Here at AT&T Park, it's a 4-4 ball game.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be the right-hander Sam Dyson, 72nd game that he's come into. 4-3 on the year with a 2.81 ERA. He's got 3 saves. As we get free baseball, extra innings. Nope, they're not leaving early.
They're hanging in there. At least Mom is.
Not when Mom's a gamer, baby. Everybody's sticking around. Yeah, Dad, he's not leaving early.
Renfroe will be the first hitter that Dyson faces here in the 10th. In tight, 1 ball and no strikes. Hedges is on deck. And a strike. And then Jankowski.
It is a great night for a turtleneck.
Outfield straight away, and another strike. It's 1-2. Dyson, the high set in the 1-2 pitch. Runs inside, 2-2. Sometimes his movement is so great And it just bottoms out of the strike zone.
Well, it's a great problem to have. Good velocity and good movement. Big movement.
Crawford's going to cut it off and throw him out.
Good sinker. Good sinkers, good ground balls. Dyson is one of those guys that not an easy guy to play catch with. He will wear your hand out. He will break you out a glove. Played catch with him on the side one time before a game. He will break your glove in about 10 throws. He'll wear your hand out, but he'll break your glove in.
Hedges 0 for 4. This ball somehow stayed fair, and Hansen's going to run it to first.
I thought for a second he was going to do that very thing.
That ball was headed foul, and then it had so much spin on it, it just stayed fair.
That did not feel good. Hedges just had both thumbs burnt to a char. This is one of those things where you get so jammed so bad you don't want to run. Oh.
Ouch. I remember Hunter Pence did that and got a hit one time.
Yeah, he hit the ball 3 times with the same bat, the same swing. Not making it up.
The 1-0 to Jankowski is low. 2 balls and no strikes. A.J. Ellis is on deck. Three and 0.
Giants have used all of their extra men. They had 6 before the game. They've all been used. The Padres have 2 left. Mejia, the catcher, and A.J. Ellis, the catcher. Giants, no position players left.
You don't see it very often, but a bunt attempt on a 3-1 pitch, it's 3-2.
Well, in this ballpark, I mean, I don't think it's that bad of a play. Jankowski not really a home run hitter. It's a base stealer, so if he bunts and gets a base hit, he has to try and steal.
On the ground to Panic. Nice comeback from Dyson after falling behind 3-0. For the Giants, it's going to be the top of the order coming up. And Hunter Pence is going to lead things off. Hunter Pence. Giants have scored 4 runs in this game. Hunter Pence has scored 3 of them.
He's had a great night. Perfect pitch. Not a whole lot you could do with that one. 92 mile an hour. Bowling ball sink.
Well, tried to hit that spot again and just missed. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just a subtle difference. He has had movement running away with a little cutter that was moving away instead of into Pence. Trying to X that outside corner at the knees. Ooh. That pitch right there, not too far away from the spot he took Erlin deep back in the 5th inning. Down and in.
Popped it up. It's Spangenberg who's going to make the play. A pretty good pitch for Hunter Pence to hit, and he missed it. Here's Blanco. Blanco had the big hit in the 7th, a double to knock in 2 runs, and that gave the Giants the lead.
Yeah, he hit that ball down the left field line. The big hit. He may try and go that same side of the field off his stamina. You're from the left side, you're going to get a lot of movement running hard away from you. Not an easy pitch to pull.
Fouls it out of play. Here's the hit we're talking about. He drove it past Renfroe. Once it got past Renfroe, then Pence was able to score. And Renfroe was playing fairly shallow, too.
Well, and Hunter Pence with a 2-out jump, an easy score.
So 3 pitches, and Blanco's gone. You got to stay in the game, otherwise the pitcher has to go out and play left field.
Yeah, you can't argue when you have nobody left on the bench. A little bit high. We haven't seen many of the belt high strikes called tonight. It has been a good strike zone to pitch to. Yeah, she's just being patient.
Popped up. And Spangenberg's going to put it away. Only 15 pitches for Stammen in 2 innings of work. We'll go to the 11th.
AT&T, official sponsor for Extra Innings.
It's a 4-4 ball game as we head to the 11th inning. And Mark Melanson's going to take the ball. And he'll be facing A.J. Ellis.
40th game of the year for Mark Melanson. 3.25 ERA in 36 innings. One thing about September is you have plenty of arms in the bullpen.
So Ellis who's hitting .287 hits the first pitch high into right field, and Hunter Pence will put it away. And that'll bring up Spangenberg. Spangenberg had a hit taken away from him by Crawford in the 8th inning. Spangenberg's got power. The Giants have watched him hurt them a couple of times with the long ball. So the Diamondbacks won, huh? They beat the Dodgers?
That's right. The Dodgers are now even in the loss column with the Rockies. Rockies trail by a half a game. Dodgers get an off day Thursday. The Rockies will play the final game of that 4-game series with the Phillies in Colorado. So stay tuned. Wild card, interesting. National League West, interesting. National League Central, interesting.
American League?
Not interesting.
Uninteresting.
It's all determined. You've got your 5 playoff qualifiers, and they're all set to go.
Two and two.
Well, you said something in between innings a couple innings ago, but it's shaping up like there's going to be a tie.
Could be a tie. Could be 2 ties.
Could be 2 ties. And if that's the case, you get a whole lot of one-and-done games.
Yeah, then Monday's really interesting. Spangenberg on the ground and panic from the outfield grass. Nice play. Spangenberg's thinking, what do I got to do?
Well, you're right. I mean, Joe Panic just picked him. How about the last at bat he had? This comes in the 8th inning. It ended the inning. Crawford going to his right, and a nice dig out of the dirt by Garcia. And Spangenberg, who runs well. He's going to feel like the Giants' defense is picking on him.
Galvis, 3 for 4. The only out he's made came in the 9th when Will Smith struck him out. How about Scherzer with, he struck out his 300th today.
That's amazing.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, 200's great. Gives you an idea how good 300 is.
One ball and 1 strike.
You strike out 300 guys in a season, you put yourself up there with the greats in regards to stuff in the history of the game.
One pitch to Galvis is outside, 2 balls and a strike. He not only did that, but he also won his 18th game. Hit well into left center field. Is the ballpark going to hold it? It does. It's off the wall. And Galvis has his 4th hit.
Have a night. 2 doubles, 2 singles, and a walk. On base 5 times in 6 at-bats. Now you talked about Scherzer with 300 strikeouts. There are 3 active pitchers now who have had 300 strikeout seasons. Chris Sale did it last year, and then Clayton Kershaw. He did it 2015.
Myers' only hit came in the 9th with 1 out. He doubled and then eventually scored on the Reyes base hit, and that tied the game. Galvis is going to go, and the pitch is in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. It'll be his 7th steal of the year, and it puts now a little more pressure on Nick Hundley.
Well, and with that big curveball that Melanson throws, I mean, it's a straight down 12-6 break. When he throws it, he usually will throw it in the dirt. And you're right. I mean, if you're catching, you've got to block it.
And that breaking ball is fouled. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Reyes watching from the on-deck circle. It's 1-1 to Myers. It's 1-2 to Myers.
3 pitches, 3 curveballs.
Tapped to Crawford, and Crawford throws him out. And that'll end the inning. Crawford's going to lead things off. It's 4-4.
Now they got their flap hats. They're warm. They're happy. Warm and happy is a good combination. Gamer babes are not leaving early.
The new pitcher is Trey Wingenter.
20th game that Wingenter has come into. He's a hard thrower. You'll see a fastball that goes mid to high 90s. And a slider, 2-pitch guy, go get him. But 23 strikeouts in 15 2/3. He can get a wild hair up his nose. He's got 10 walks in 15 2/3. That's a lot.
So here's Crawford. He's 1 for 4 tonight. And this is fouled off the shin guard of Hedges, and it's 0-1 to Brandon Crawford, followed by Hundley, followed by Garcia. On the ground, and it's Hosmer to Wingenter, 1 out. And here's Hundley. Hundley 1 for 4. And he rolls it foul, so now it's 0-2.
Take a look at the Padres bench. They've got 2 guys left. Mejia, the catcher, he's a switch hitter. Urias, unlikely we'll see him. He's had a hamstring problem. So really, because of the hamstring, they really only have 1 guy left. Urias, one of their prize prospects, and I don't think you'll see him tested on a cool night with that hamstring.
So a fastball at 98 in on the hands of Hundley, and he fought it off.
One thing about Wingenter, I mean, he will give you a location pitch to hit. Great stuff, doesn't have great command, and he will supply some power.
And he strikes out Hundley on a fastball, 2 down. And here's Garcia.
The pitcher spot in the Giants lineup is in the 8th spot. Garcia stepping in, he's the 6th spot in the lineup. So the big man getting ready.
Garcia is 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Garcia had a day in St. Louis where he went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, came back the next day with 4 hits.
A respectful slider on a 1-0 count. And another generous strike. That one's on the outside corner, up around the belt. Garcia, I'm a rookie. I mean, he's not going to argue a whole lot with an umpire, even a rookie umpire like Nick Marley, who's behind the plate tonight.
Two and two. Corquis Hernandez watching from the on-deck circle. Got him to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Wingenter. 11th inning, or make that 12th inning coming up. Melanson stays out after pitching the 11th.
And he's going to face the heart of the Padre lineup, the power. Reyes, Hosmer, and Renfroe.
Melanson threw 14 pitches in the 11th. Reyes is the reason we're here in the 12th inning. His base hit in the 9th tied the game. And there's a strike, and it's 0-1.
Ryan Additon, the first base umpire, ringing him up. Another rookie umpire. He'll be behind the plate tomorrow night.
Just missed off the plate.
It was great. Doug Greenwald, who's the son of our mentor, Hank Greenwald, stopped by. He's the broadcasting voice for the Fresno Grizzlies, and he knows all these umpires, so he gave us a scouting report on them today.
Down the right field line, and another hit for Reyes. As Pence is going to knock it down, and Reyes has got a double.
This guy's approach to right field has been a puzzle the Giants have not been able to figure out. And you just don't see that many hitters who are 6'6", that weigh 290 pounds that can do this. In fact, I've never seen any of them that can do it. That's 5 hits that he's had on the right side of this field in these first 2 games of the series. And he did the same thing against the Giants in San Diego.
Hosmer's walked intentionally. Here's Renfroe. Renfroe 0 for 5. Foul back, and it's 0-1. Hedges to follow. We're in the 12th.
Looked like in that swing, it looked like Renfroe was thinking right field too.
Inside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. Giants are. Looks like they're having some folks move around in the bullpen. Ray Black is jogging down. And there's a Melanson curveball, and it stays at 0-2 on the foul. Padres tonight with 11 hits. The Giants have 7.
Trying to go back on that inside corner. We got that second strike. Melanson, I mean, you take your bats against him, you're thinking primarily about a cutter, low 90s cutter, and a curveball, but he'll throw a 2-seam fastball, a changeup, and he's got other pitches.
On the ground up the middle, and it hit Reyes. So Reyes is out, and it'll be runners at first and second. Renfroe will be credited with a base hit.
That's unbelievable. Giants catch a huge break.
That was a base hit.
That was going to be a base hit. It's a 6 unassisted play. catches him on the left foot. I mean, that's going to be a base hit. So Renfro gets a hit. It catches the foot of Reyes. Just a subtle reminder, he's 23 years old.
Here's Hedges. Now with Hosmer at second and Renfro at first. And it's down low.
I don't know if I've ever seen that at second base. I've seen it between first and second.
Yeah, if I have it, I can't remember. It's been a long time. Pulled foul.
Watch the backswing as it catches Nick Hundley right on the top of the helmet. That's a catcher doing it to another catcher. So Anthony Reyes, Giants head trainer, coming out.
Yeah, he caught that one pretty good.
Backup catcher for the Giants is at first base with Aramis Garcia should something happen to Hundley. Just in case you were wondering.
Once again, I was wondering. 2 balls and a strike.
By the way, Aramis Garcia has played first base tonight. You kind of forget he's a catcher. Ooh. Good pitch, and Melanson wanted it. He thought he had it.
There's Bochy's barking.
Just a bit outside with that cut. Where's the pitch? Killing me.
Gorkis Hernandez with room. He'll catch. Hosmer will tag. And the situation will be runners at first and third with 2 outs. And Jankowski is going to hit.
Interesting to see where the Giants play Alan Hansen at third base, whether or not they'll respect the bunt here. And they're gonna respect it.
I think you have to.
Jankowski will go either way with the bunt. He'll push, bunt, he'll drag bunt, take it with him.
First pitch strike at the knees, 0-1.
Perfect cutter at 92. A pitch like that will make you think about bunting.
And absolutely would.
Again, Melanson wanted it very close. Back, then a little cutter, just trying to nibble that outside corner like he did on the first pitch. He's got an open base here, so he doesn't have to give into him.
Two and one. So Mejia is on deck.
Again, perfection. Backdooring that cutter, just taking out that outside location. Again, you could throw the same thing 2 more times here with an open second base. And Lansing in the driver's seat. He could try and carve, and he has done it.
And he went back out there again, and Jankowski had to cover it. Two and two.
Ball got away. It's been a long night for bullpen catchers too.
Got him.
Good curveball.
Hernandez is going to lead things off.
Home matchups against the Yankees and opening day. 2009 group ticket deposits are available. Book now and receive a 10% discount on your group ticket purchase. Place your deposit for group tickets now at sfgiants.com/2019. New pitcher now for the Padres will be the right-hander Rowan Wick. Take a look at what he has done in 8 games. 12 base runners in 7 1/3. He's got a good fastball, low to mid-90s, curveball and a slider.
Well, here's Gorkys Hernandez with Madison Bumgarner on deck. Gorkys tonight is 0 for 4. Swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike. Following Bumgarner will be Joe Panik. Out of play, 1 and 2.
Rowan Wick from Vancouver, British Columbia. Canadian's 25 years old, rookie, 6'3", 235-pounder. Big fella.
Down low, 2 and 2.
Good curveball.
3-2.
Easy take there, and the Giants would love to get speed on the base pass here to start this inning up.
Driven to triples alley. Is anybody there? They're not. Is it going to be a triple? Hernandez is on the move. He's going to stop at third. I think he does. Well, that's triples alley, folks.
You know, it's really been amazing about Gorkis Hernandez year. I mean, he's got 15 home runs. There's the power that he has shown to center field and to right field. A lot of his home runs have gone out to center field in this ballpark. See Madison Bumgarner as a pinch hitter, 3 for 9.
That's pretty good.
Well, they're going to decide what they want to do here. I mean, one of the conventional ways to do, when you're a visiting team on the road, you get a leadoff triple and you walk the bases full, you bring everybody in. But when you have a pitcher up there, I mean, you have a guy with good stuff, you're going to pitch for a strikeout.
I think Bumgarner would like to come up with a walk-off hit to put on his resume.
I think you're right.
So the infield is in. And a strike, and it's 0-1.
Put it in play. Outfielder coming in very shallow.
On the ground, and this game is over. And Bumgarner, is he going to let him attack him? He is.
He earned it.
He'll let it go so far, and then he'll start to fight. It's going to be a base hit. A triple and a base hit, and the Giants are going to snap this 5-game losing streak. Bumgarner now is a pinch hitter, 4 for 10.
Well, he got himself a fastball. I mean, the first pitch breaking ball, he goes down the count 0-1, and then Wick tries to sneak a fastball by a guy from North Carolina, and that's not easy to do. Right at the belt, and he raked it.
I was about to say, Bumgarner is not going to see a fastball in this at bat, and lo and behold, look what happens.
Well, he'll never see another one in a pinch hit roll, I can tell you that much.
That's for sure. So the Giants come up with a win here on this Tuesday night. They go extra innings. And when you do it, it's well worth it. And it was a fun night, given the fact that they came back, gave it up, and came back one more time.
Well, and a reward for all the fans that stuck around, because this was a nice way to end a long night.
All right. Here is the final. Giants 5, Padres 4. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Giants Postgame Live, presented by Toyota, starts right now.